voice, boys. Holy shit, Stan.
Bunch of fucking... Hey, nothing to see here. Nothing to see. You're just a bunch of 30-something-year-olds with some fucking face paint on. It's no big deal. Nothing to see.
Shit.
Stan.
Came out pretty good, didn't it?
Yeah, you look so much like Hork.
I wish I had that long, straight hair, though.
Yeah, I realized my face wasn't round enough for this when I was doing it.
It's beautiful.
I guess, yeah, let's unblur the background.
What are we doing,
I don't know
boys?
Can you guys out there guess what we're going to talk about today?
Well, I guess we should introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah. I'm Horg.
I'm back!
I'm Jason Oz.
Dude, you ruined it.
Evil J.
Well, I guess I'm Stan the Man now again.
And I'm Shoddy.
What are we doing?
Diving into one of my favorite bands' discographies.
Long time coming. Long time coming.
I've been asking you guys to do this for a fucking while. A long time.
It has been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were going to do it last winter, and the winter ran out. And you can only do it in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me.
I disagree.
Yeah, but if you're going to do it, we got to do it in the winter. Anyways, Immortal, discography. We're running down it. We're going to talk about each album. We're going to rank it. Some opinions will be better than others, and we'll see what's on top.
Like Shoddy said, this might break up the cast, our opinions.
Yeah, I've been texting them for
though.
I've been texting them for the past couple of weeks. There's a clear number 1 and 2. Everything else is kind of like in the meh. So yeah, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do.
I can't look at Stan and not...
Dude, I know, man. I know.
I don't know, dude, if I can do this. Oh. All right. So we figured this would be a good one for a video, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've done some videos for the Patreon, but we've never done it for real. So we'll see. We got a bunch of interviews on there lately on our YouTube channel. So figured this would be a good time to, I don't know, get into the video game.
I told him the only way I would do it is if we had fucking face paint on.
That's a great idea. I didn't even think of it.
All right.
And the thought never even crossed my mind, but then you guys said it, I was like, oh yeah, and we got to do that. Oh, shit.
All right. What's your guys' history with Immortal before we start? Like, what was the first album you got into, and when or what time around was it?
So I'd heard a little bit here and there, but I mean, I wasn't really a fan until we did the dive into the darker metals. Then we did the spotlight on At the Heart of Winter, and then after that, I just dove right in. So that was the first album, and then after that, I never looked back. So it kind of went just in chronological order from there, multiple times, and then yeah. So I guess I would say it was really that podcast that episode that caused me to go forward.
I definitely dabbled before that. I think probably Battles in the North was my first.
Really?
Yeah. We'll talk about it later, but
Yeah.
what year? I don't know. I don't think I found them in college. That seems a little early, but
Yeah.
maybe a little after.
Battles in the North. Okay. Yeah, mine was for sure. Well, I went through like in chronological order, but I do remember At the Heart of Winter. That was the one like that hooked me into it. So for a while, like that was the one I would listen to. And then I went down further, after that. But like a lot of people, I mean, that's crazy. Battles in the North. And then did that hook you right away or no?
I wouldn't say hook, but I've always had something for that album. No.
Yeah.
I really have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Well, then instead of jumping into that, let's go in order, starting with the first one.
All right. Diabolical full moon mysticism.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing, guy. I love you so much, and I love the way that you talk. All right. Well, I guess let's rank it, and then we'll talk about it. Where does this fall on your guys' list?
Oh,
You guys are gonna shit on me.
go ahead.
Number 9.
Why? Okay, whatever. We don't
Shoddy.
need-
Well, let's hear your answers first.
4.
Ooh, a lot higher.
That's
Yeah, Jason.
7.
Okay, so a little bit.
It's lower, but it's
Okay.
Here's the thing. Before we get too far down the road here, every one of these
It's good
for me are 7 or above, probably 8 or above. So I love them all. Well,
this is just to
the
me.
most
This
part.
is the worst Immortal album, but that doesn't mean it's a bad album. You know,
Yeah, I don't know that I agree. I kind of like it a lot.
that's
Yeah.
So
I get it. I guess my biggest thing is it's just like compared to everything else, and I get it. It's early. I forget what year is this? 91 probably.
yeah.
It's early, but it's just
92 is when it
kind
came
of
out.
uneventful for me. It's just not.
I guess that's why I love it so much, though, is because it's. I get what you're saying. It's not really eventful, but at the same time, it's like you can see the fire starting. They're like trying to figure shit out. It's like the first like sounds of like, oh yeah, that's Immortal. That sounds like Immortal. That sounds like Immortal. And it's like the kind of the motif that they carried out throughout the rest of the albums, just more refined. So I guess I just love how raw it is. Like, I mean, that's
It is.
going to be something we're going to talk about more and more, but I don't know. The rawness on this album was, I guess, I don't know. I just ranked it higher. I love the tone. I love the sound. I don't know. It's not as fast as the rest of the shit, but you can see the tempo starting to build and build. So I don't know.
So for me, like, I'm listening, and I'm also doing this. I don't listen to this album a lot. So I'm comparing it to the rest of Immortal too. So I'm not comparing it to everything else that came out at that time. That'd be an interesting, compared to the other black metal at the time. That's probably really fucking good. But, I'm comparing it to At the Heart of Winter and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, and I mean, I guess I'm a little biased to, like, as you'll see, the what's it called, the younger sound. So I don't know. It's just hard for me to rank this a little bit higher than some of the other stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. To me it's fun as hell. Like some people will get down on it a little bit because it's like it's not perfect, and they sound like you can definitely hear like Bathory and Venom and Celtic Frost. Like you can hear the influences more, but like it's fun as fuck, and like it's wild hearing like Abath in this one because he doesn't sound as much like a fucking toad.
Frog?
Yeah, like it's less that, which I love that. So for me, that's whatever. But he still he still is so goddamn like animated and wild. Like the sounds he does on this thing, like the grunts and ow, like just the
exactly. Yep, I know. There's
Dude,
so many little
it
sounds
sells
that I
it
want to
so
make
good.
as like text message tones or like just because like it's so I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Like, did he not know what he was gonna say there? It's just that's why it's just so raw. Like I feel like he got into the recording studio and they were like, all right, do something. He was like. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I love the fucking album. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's got heavy parts. It's not as fast as their later stuff, but it's got groove. I mean, it's fun as hell. Like I guess I put it 7, but I mean, it's great. It's just, here's the thing.
I'm okay with you guys doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. I won't.
I love it.
I don't hate you for
I love
doing
it.
that.
I
Stan,
love it.
I love your angle. Sorry to go completely off topic. The camera angle. Just the top down, it's just kind of like you're flexing with all the goddamn CDs back there. Your face is kind of in the frame.
No.
No, don't
Leave
touch it. Don't touch it. Leave it. Don't fucking touch it. It looks.
Hold on. Does Abath not have black lips?
He does in some. No. So he does the side in some and not. So I did it not earlier on. It's not. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I love it. Production's raw as fuck. I don't know. Some people are complaining about that. I don't know. I mean, I've listened to too much bullshit to bother me at this point, but
I actually think it's probably
Actually,
compared to
fucked
some of
up,
that
he
other
always
shit at
has
that
black
time. It's probably
lips.
pretty clean.
I know. I know.
Yeah,
I agree.
I have no problem with the production.
Yeah. Favorite tracks?
I really couldn't tell you one on this one.
The last track, Perfect Vision of the Rising Northland. Fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
you could say that about any last track of any Immortal album.
Yes.
But
True.
Yeah.
That one goes, man. And it's on their first one. It's just kind of like, we're going to go there. Like, they give you that little hint.
Yeah, like going to what Shoddy said, like, we're Immortal, this is what we're kind of about. Just stick along for the ride, you know?
Yeah. Call the Winter Moon, the one with the video. With the witch hats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I don't know. Cold Winds of Funeral Dust. I mean, there's a lot of them. But I think it's super solid. I really like it. I go back to it a decent amount. But I will say, like, there's a certain sound I want from Immortal. And I like it when it gets a little icier. Mm-hmm. And it's not there yet for that, right? They didn't go full Blashyrkh yet. I don't think.
Yeah.
For me. All right. I'm surprised, though. That's cool. Number 4. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
See, okay, this is like, you might throw me for a curveball. I would have thought something different from you. But let's see how it plays out.
What's next, Dan?
Oh, Pure Holocaust.
I think this was 93.
Yes.
And we didn't say, but these both were recorded at, oh, God, what's the name? It was with that Pitten, who did, like, every Norwegian black metal album.
Oh, is it at
Griegan?
Creek Hall or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think really sounds cool. It's a perfect sound for them.
Yeah.
And this one was at that again. Pure Holocaust 93. Would you guys rank it?
Stan?
Number 3.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Jason?
Oh man, you guys aren't gonna like this.
He's gonna get kicked out, dude. He's getting kicked out.
I think a lot of people are gonna kick me out for this.
Yeah, I can already tell you're getting kicked out. I fucked up the face paint. You're getting kicked the fuck out. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here.
8.
I have it as 2. 2, 3, 2, 8. That makes no sense, dude. That makes no sense.
Dude, and you know what's wild is I do really like it. I mean, I love it. It's a great album, but again, what I said with the last one, it's so second wave that I don't know. I came into Immortal later, and I got into the mid and later period way more. So it's not that I don't love it. It's seriously a great album. Like, I'd rank it 8, maybe even 9. Like, it's good, but it's for my taste. It's just not the one I go back to. Like, I want to hear a certain thing, and that's not it. But for what it did, for when it came out, phenomenal. I mean, it's so good. It elevated from what they did in the first one. It's faster. It's icier. It's all those things. But I actually like the first one better.
I guess let's just talk about it right now then. You like the Immortal that I don't like that much.
We'll
and
see.
I like the Immortal that I don't think like that much. So that's what it's kind of sounding like here. So it's not that we don't like it. We love it. It's just not, I mean, when you turn it on, this is the first thing that I go to. Well, I guess I should say it's the second album that I go to. Yeah. Like the second you guys were like, let's do an Immortal, let's do the Immortal episode. The first album I played was Pure Holocaust. So.
See, okay.
Like, yeah.
I never really got into this one before. So it was more of, I fell in love with this one over the last month or so, But, like, I would honestly probably say, like, I absolutely loves Battles in the North, but this is probably the best of the first 4 albums. Like the early Immortal sound, I think.
A lot of people would agree with you.
Yeah.
Which I didn't. I don't know, man. I had a warped sense of Immortal going in like a long time ago. I knew the early ones were appreciated, but I didn't really realize it until going into this a little bit more and reading about it. Like, a lot of people will say this is like the pinnacle. Just because of it, it's that second wave, kind of paved the way with all those early bands for that sound. But
dude, the speed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
and the
thing that fucks with my head the most is the fact that Abath played drums and did vocals and played bass on this album. So we think of him now as being a guitarist, but the drums on this are fucked, and he was playing them at the time. Yeah. So it's just, especially with the speed too. Like, I don't know if that was a him thing. Like, maybe if that's
the thing is, like, okay, so you had Diabolical, like speed right here, and it's just like
Oh,
it goes right there.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
Stan. It literally just went like fucked.
And then it just
So,
keeps
0
going
to
up. And it's just
100.
like, but it's not like it wasn't no slow progression. It's just like, fuck.
Yeah. It was like
Yeah.
using a little chisel, and then they just went and got a goddamn jackhammer and just started fucking beating it. So, yeah, man, it's fucked. I love this album so
Yeah.
much.
I do too.
The
Here's my
album
thing.
art is just beautiful
yeah.
as well. I
We
mean,
should
just
rank the album art too.
Oh,
fuck.
This is pretty high up.
yeah, this is pretty high up.
It's
this
a cool
is
cover.
again, this is probably 2, and I guess Diabolical. I mean, that would be like maybe like
That's a pretty good one.
I
Diabolical's
guess
good.
yeah. I guess like maybe to me that's like maybe a 3-ish. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's hard. This is
Yeah.
hard to do on the fly.
Yeah, I
we
know.
were doing
Well,
album
it's a
art.
good one. It's
Yeah,
a good one.
It's a good one. It's a
Both
good
the first two are solid.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, I think it's like this one. It's a little more melodic. You know what I mean? It's dark. It's more on the like atmosphere. It's got like weird little maybe melodic's not the wrong word, but what I like when I want to listen to Immortal, I usually want to hear like fucking battle ready, marching on, like that energetic feel. And so this one has a little bit, but it's more of that just like straight fucking grim black metal, which is great. But for some reason, I don't know, I don't think of that with Immortal. So when I'm like in a mood, when I want to hear something, generally it's wintertime, and I just want that feel. And there's certain other albums I'll go to. Like this one, I should think of it more when I'm in that darker mood. Like I want to hear something more just like evil or whatever. But I don't. I associate Immortal with like something else. So I think that's why it's like I neglected it over the years, even though it's fucking great. It's so good. I mean, I love it. Just not the one for me as much.
Yeah, like
Production's
we said,
spot on.
like we said, we're talking about Immortal albums. None of them are bad.
Yeah. Demon Eyes killed it. And then I think the production on this one's even better, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
kind of like a
But I think
warmer sound.
This is the first one where you're like, oh shit, this is Immortal. This is what they're bringing to the table. Like,
See, that's
This is
what's weird to
something
me,
different.
Jay. Yeah, it's like this is the sound that I associate with Immortal, not the later stuff.
Yeah, I get that too. I'm sure a lot of people that's how it is. It probably depends when you
hard
come
one.
into it too.
it's a hard one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to me. They have like, to me, it's almost like 3 eras. Like to me, it's like these
you're
first
right.
couple,
You're
then there's the
right.
mid ones, and then post at the heart. For me, that's how I like think about it. And the
Yeah.
first 2, I just neglect, even though they're
Yeah.
great. I just don't go to them as much.
Remember, I'm gonna hit you the next time I see you for that. Smack some sense
Sorry.
into you. Just okay. It's okay. It's okay. You just need to be,
I think a lot of people probably back
Coerced.
you up. Did you guys
hope
notice
so.
that the last track? I kept trying to think of what the hell it sounded like, but it's like the Darth Vader theme. On the last track, what's it called?
pure Holocaust.
Is it the
Yeah.
title? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if you listen to it, there's like this like really cool riff. It's like kind of melodic, and I was like, God damn, I know that from something. And then yeah, it's like the Darth Vader theme. Pretty much.
I never even
The Imperial March. Yeah. But all right.
Yeah, that's funny how they stole it from Immortal.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Moving on.
Battles
All right.
in the North. What year was this? I don't even know.
This is 94, or released in 95, recorded in 94.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Oh, yeah, yes. Number 2.
number 2 for you.
Say it for the listener, Stan, in case someone's not
Number
watching the
2.
video. Yeah.
It's number 2 for Stan. It's number 2 for Jason.
What was
it's
it?
number
Sean?
it's number 1 for me.
Okay.
It's number 1.
Right on, dude.
It's number 1.
I kind of thought he would go there, but
Yeah, it's
I didn't. You're
it's
throwing me
number
for a
1.
fucking loop, dude.
I know.
How?
I don't
What loop?
know. Back
See,
when
okay.
we first talked about him, you were into like the later sound. I don't know, man. I didn't expect this at all.
I mean, it's still
thought-
good. I love
would've
the
thought it'd
later
been
sound.
all like
but
later stuff for Shoddy, but this I could see as his number 1 though. I do see it like.
No, it's all the.
I'm
yeah, but
pumped.
anyway.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, boys.
I mean,
This
some days it
album,
is number 1.
I mean, it was close. If honestly, if it wouldn't have been like in your top threes, I was prepared to just hit the.
No.
I was just gonna hit the end button. I was
day.
gonna end Zoom call or whatever the fuck we're using. Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, I mean, when I think of Immortal, when there's an album I want to go to, when it's blizzarding, which, dude, I don't know about you in Georgia, but in Michigan today we had a fucking ice storm, snow and ice storm, and I don't know. I think we caused it. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. It was like 60 something here today, so I don't know about that.
Well, it's been mild for like 3 weeks, and then we decided to do an Immortal episode, and we got a frozen frost demon ice storm.
Yeah, I got a high of 81 tomorrow, so I didn't bring any of it, unfortunately. So,
But
wasn't me.
I feel like it's the soundtrack to a blizzard. I mean, it's so over the top. You can't figure out what's going on half the time. And I think a lot of people don't like that. But to me, it's just like, I mean, you listen to it at the right time. It's just, you cannot beat it.
I think that's what's like beautiful about it, though, is it's honestly like, for instance, they made the music video, the two songs to this. They did, I think, what was it? It was, I think and then was it At the Stormy Gates of Mist?
I don't know the second.
I forgot to, but like just watching that, I mean, it says it all, honestly. It just says it all. There's the groove is there, the speed is there, the vocals are there. They do this crazy shit where they start going faster and faster throughout the songs. I mean, they were doing that before, but it's just more refined. It's everything that we loved in Pure Holocaust squared. So it's just done better. They just are more confident with what the hell they're doing. So,
dude, it's so fucking fast. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, there's no shit this guy got took carpal tunnel. Like,
yeah, it is no shit. I agree.
Yeah. And I feel like it's the one where it's like, oh, this is like the sound of Immortal. Like the other one, it's like, it sounds somewhat like that second wave sound. Whereas like this one, to me, it's like, it's Immortal. Like it's battle ready. It's more anthemic. It's more like a charge. I don't know. And I fucking love that about it. Like in the way that like it starts off so strong. The first track is like the title track. I mean, amazing. Then you just get that kind of that same thing. And then like the second half, it kind of starts to like it slows a little bit. You know, you get some of the variation, like the last track. What does it say? Mighty Raven Dark, Blashyrkh, whatever.
Yeah, Blashyrkch, Mighty Raven Dark.
I mean, you know, and the song before that, what is it?
Oh my God, Circling Above in Time Before Time, dude. And then it just the melody is there, and then all of a sudden you just get hit on the head with a hammer, and then it changes. It's just, dude, it's just the album. Honestly, the entire album. There's not one bad song. There's not one bad song on the goddamn discography, but I mean, this one is literally banger after banger after banger. It's like sometimes you want to listen to an album fast, so you'll skip a song here or there. Can't do it when this one's on. It's just start to finish. It's, yeah. Yeah.
What did you think about the drumming, Shad, with Abath again doing it?
Again, it's the reason why I think he's one of the greatest musicians of our time. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I mean, I think he did bass and drums on this as well for the recordings, and then obviously did vocals. So it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's wild though, right? I mean, that's
what I'm
wild drum performance.
I have nothing else to say about it other than why did he stop playing? Why does he think that anybody else is better than him? Like, I don't know. If he would have sung and played drums, that'd even be more fucked. So, I don't know. I love him. I can't say enough about this album. It's why I ranked it number one. It was honestly an easy number one. It was this or Pure Holocaust, but then when you listen to the two of them, this one is just fucking heads and shoulders, not above it, but like it just stands out more. So it's just looking at the album art too. It's an easy number one.
Yeah.
Easy number one.
Yes.
I mean, we're in the snow. It's just the two of them. They're looking. I mean, we got the fucking armor on. I can't. Yeah, it is the last album as well to feature Abath on drums. So I mean, I feel like I don't know if he was just proving something.
Then I come in. That's right.
Yeah.
What about? I remember the first time I listened to this, And like when every song just like
Oh,
stops.
oh my god! I was gonna say, yep.
It's so good.
The abrupt endings, I love it so much. They're just like, fuck it, cut it.
It makes you think like you got a fucked up copy, like.
Yeah, dude. It adds to it, man. Like I've never heard an album like this. Have you? Anyone?
No.
No.
Well, there's some black metal shit that I've heard that's raw like this, but nothing of this caliber where they were just like, fuck it, cut it, let's go to the next one.
Wasting time.
Dude, it still gets me. This is like I said earlier, I've been listening to this one the most like my whole life, and it still gets me every single time. Those like cuts, like like what the.
So I'll be completely honest with you. I downloaded the discography like a while back.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. I got it from you, Stan, and I'm listening to this album, and I'm like, motherfucker gave me a shitty version of the album. Downloaded another one, and I was like, what the fuck? This one's fucked up too. And did a little bit. No, it's just actually went out and bought the like the fucking vinyl. This is fucked up too. But no, that's just the way that it is. They just didn't care. So
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great fucking album. I think some people overanalyze it or they can't handle the production or the speed or whatever, but
Dude, I like the production of it.
it's perfect. Well, because it's weird, like.
I was just gonna say, I argue it's the best produced fucking Immortal album.
It's like if you analyze
in my
it,
ears,
though,
it is.
as like a professional, you'd be like, oh, that's too high, that's too low. But
Yeah.
But when you hear it, it's exactly what it needs. Like, but it's so funny because it's like a lightning in the bottle. Because you try to recapture this, like, how would you do it? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It had to be just everything came together and it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna run down the side of a mountain again? Like, I mean, you can't do it. I mean, the first you can do it once, that's fine. But you do it again, it's just okay, whatever. You already did it again once, so yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm really curious about this next one because I think this. After looking into it, I didn't know this. I guess it's one of the most contentious, debated ones, Blizzard Beasts.
Yeah, Blizzard Beasts. A lot of people think it was rushed. It's shitty. It's the worst of the Immortal discography.
Stan's laughing over there.
Yeah, I think those people are. It's kind of stupid. I don't know. I think really stupid. So, Stan, what do you rank it? 5, 6, 7? 7, okay, Stan. Yeah. Okay, Jason, what do you rank it?
I give it a 4.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is my period right here, man.
I give it a 5. Yeah, right in the middle. I mean, this to literally rank it like last, like some people are saying, like, just have you even listened to Blizzard Beasts? Have you listened to Mountains of Might? It just starts so beautifully.
Might, yeah.
And then
for that alone,
I know. Thank you.
It should be middle of the ranking.
Mountains of Might. It's just, I mean, and then and then he says it, and then it just breaks off, and then you can see like the glass across the water, and then it's almost like you're just flying a drone, and then it's just it's such a good fucking album. I don't know why it gets so much flack. It kind of hurts my soul when people shit talk it.
You want to hear my thoughts? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay, the production's way too thin for me. Like, it's not.
Obviously, it's a shitty production.
Okay, that's fine. You don't listen to Immortal for production.
Okay, so there's really good riffs in this. This is what's my problem with this album is there's really good riffs, but as a whole, this album is just not doing anything for me. Like, there's really good parts, and yeah, obviously Mountains of Might, like you said it, like great song, but like as a whole, like it's just like I don't know, it's just not there for me.
What's wrong with Suns That Sank Below? Nebula Ravens Winter.
Battlefields.
Yeah, Battlefields.
Mountains of Might. Like what?
Yeah, Winter of the Ages.
Frost Demon Storm.
Yeah, what's...
All one word. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what...
Whatever.
Dude. I mean, I can't. I get it.
Like,
I get if you say production because it's fucked. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It is a fucked up production. Like you listen to it and you're just like, what did they do? I mean, you can't. Can you hear the drums? Barely.
I guess my argument is it's like the second most raw Immortal album, and they were going in a more polished route, and I think that's why people think it was rushed. But I don't know if maybe that was just like what they were shooting for with this album. But I mean, I just think it's more raw, and I feel like that's why. I mean, obviously the production's fucked because of that, but I think that from the songwriting to the way that like Abath deals with his vocal patterns to just the way that like they structure the songs. I feel like it's just again more raw, more homage to like the first album versus the next album that we'd be going towards. So
yeah, I mean, there's no surprise that like Demonized got tendonitis after this, because it's like it's fast. Mm-hmm. But also, I mean, it's like very, like it's complex. Like it's, I don't know, his riffing on this, it's like angular and weird. And
that's another gripe I have though. Like they're really good riffs, but they're almost like too all over the place.
I love that.
It's too much sometimes.
yeah, I love it so much.
It is too much, but for me, it's perfect. I can see that. Like it's wild as hell. I mean, but.
And it's, you're also putting it in between Battles of the North and at the Heart of Winter.
True.
So that's where I'm coming from. Like, I see there's parts of both of them in this. And there's the good, but it's just like I'm never gonna go back to this one.
But
really,
dude, that's sad.
Yeah,
that's sad.
See, I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, it's like if I'm not going with the more modern stuff, it's gonna be these two. And to me, it's almost like a package thing. Like if I put on Battles in the North, what is it, 30 minutes? I'm putting this on right after it. Like, it's going to come on.
I mean, Blizzard Beast is 28 minutes, so you might as well just do both of them. I mean,
I'm going to do both. And they're just a package deal. And you listen to one song, it's a little bit weird production, and then you get through it. You get used to it. It is funny, though. I think when I was listening to it, was a couple times I thought, you're listening on like Spotify, it'll automatically jump to like another album when it's done. Mm-hmm. And a couple times I was like, I thought it was jumping because the production is literally different on like from like track to track.
Yeah,
like go from, and it's like, what happened?
Dude, you guys know me. Like I'm all organized. I like everything. Like I can't stand that. Like
I get it.
I don't know that I don't know that I agree with you guys on that, but it sounds good to me the whole way through.
It's great.
I guess I didn't notice that, but the only thing I did notice was like some of the weird stylistic shit that we don't hear again, like the solo on "Suns That Sank Below." I feel like that's like was Chuck in the room, or was somebody from Death in the room playing? It's not a solo that sounds like Immortal, but I love it. It's just it's a little weird, and I don't know if anybody else felt that way.
I do.
Okay.
That's one thing I miss about Demonized. Like he could solo, man, whereas Abath kind of he fakes his way through it and it's great, but Demonized could solo, man.
Shadi did make a good point though. There's a lot of things about this album that you never hear again.
Yep.
Like, and there's special parts about this. That's what I'm saying. Like this album, that's not bad. It's just as a whole, like I don't know.
A lot of I was listening, or I was reading an interview, and they mentioned like that they were listening to like a lot of Morbid Angel at the time.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah, which I never thought about until that.
Guitar,
yeah.
Trey, it's got a lot of that kind of vibe with it, but it still feels like them, and it still feels like black metal. So I don't know. I feel like everybody out there who puts this last, listen to it, let it get into your ears, like get used to it.
If you're putting it, there's definitely other albums that are much lower than it. So let's be honest with our souls here, brothers. So
yes, there are.
All right, let's move on to the one that everybody thinks about when they discuss or talk of Immortal, and that's At the Heart of Winter. So,
we talked about it before.
Yeah,
a while ago.
We did an episode. We dove into it. It's a beautiful album. The departure of Demonaz on guitar. So I think he's still doing some writing.
Does the lyrics for sure.
Yeah, lyrics for sure, but I don't know that he's doing any more of the guitar work.
Here's the thing with that. I don't know either, but
yeah.
Like I think there was an interview with Demonaz during the last album cycle. And he said something in there like that he was still involved with the writing, even though he's not credited. There's like, but I've never seen it in any other interviews or heard, so I don't know. Like, I don't know if, I don't know if I buy it or not.
I don't know that I don't know that I buy it either.
Leap, though.
It's a huge departure from his song.
Right.
I don't think it doesn't seem like his
I think it was maybe like they got in the room and maybe they're composing it. Abbott has the riffs. Maybe they're like, they're working it out together, but he's not writing those riffs.
No, those are just...
There's no way.
Yeah.
But anyways, what album are we on here? We didn't even say that.
We're on At the Heart of Winter, 1999. I said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, recorded 98, came out 99.
It's just a full, like... Whoa, like they just turned it around, like complete 180. I mean, look at the album cover, the music, just completely different. But it's just this album ages so goddamn well. Like,
like a fine goddamn wine. It is timeless, man.
It's got to be one of the most timeless albums ever. Like our great grandchildren be listening to this, and
I argue if it would have come out every year, it would be the best album of the year. Every year, if it would have just came out, it's best album, regardless of what year it comes out. So
this is number one. I
figured it was
there.
I figured it was going to be number one for you two.
I almost didn't.
You don't want to go outside of the box.
Yeah, I mean,
it's number 3 for me. It's 3 for me. So
okay.
Yeah, Trace.
So wait, we didn't hear your number one, or no? We
did Battles in the North, Pure Holocaust. Yeah, we did. Pure Holocaust was 2. Yep, Battles of the North, Pure Holocaust, At the Heart of Winter.
Okay.
Yep, and then Diabolical, Fullmoon, Mysticism, and then Blizzard Beast. So my top 5 are all gone now.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot you can say about it. 10 out of 10. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
There's just not a lot I can say.
No. I mean, we did a full episode. You should go listen to that if you do want to hear an in-depth review of what we think about this album. But I mean, for the most part, I mean, it's the Mona Lisa of black metal. Yeah. It's
I still think, like, because I was listening to it, comparing it to the later ones and whatever, and because some people will pick some of the later ones, like Sons of Northern Darkness, over this one, and for me, it's like this one has that like fucking heavy metal, and it's brighter, it's a little more fun. It's like you're gonna pump your fist more, you're gonna air guitar more, and it's cinematic. It feels like majestic. And it's that full album feel. I mean, there's just something about it that, again, magic in a bottle, just like Battles in the North, that you cannot recapture it. They're never going to do it again. I mean, I'm sorry.
I mean, real quick, favorite tracks from it, or favorite, of the whole album. Just try to one song.
Title track, though. Well,
Solar Falls, fucking
Withstand the Fault. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you can't.
I'm Where Dark, easily Where Dark and Light.
With the exception of the title track, have you ever listened to just any one of these songs?
No.
I do go to that title track every once in a while just to hear that riff, but like.
No, I do. Whenever I want to create mayhem, I'll put Where Dark and Light Don't Differ on, and it's literally the instant thing to just want to kick a door down and then just start beating shit up, like demo or something. I don't know, but yeah, and then after that, I'll just go listen to the whole album again.
Yeah,
but
it's just
you can't just do one. But I get what you're saying. I can start there and then go through again. So
yeah,
and just to see that song live and then chanting in the background. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It would have been so fucking awesome. I don't know if they ever played any of these songs live.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Okay.
I mean, once the boss steps in, I mean, it's like...
Have they ever done the whole album?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they ever did, from start to finish.
I would pay so much for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude.
So much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a, regret in life that I've never seen Immortal live. I mean, I've seen about Solo, which he played... Maybe three tracks.
Okay.
Like One by One is a staple for him.
Yeah.
He might have done Tyrants, maybe, but nothing from this one.
Oh no, yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Dude, I would pay so much, but yeah, it's just wild too. Like to go from being, I mean, he was involved with some of the songwriting before too. He wasn't doing the bulk of it or anything, and he's hugely involved with the band. But to go just like everything's on you now. And then you put out a goddamn masterpiece, like, I mean, that alone is like just clap your hand to that. Like, it's wild.
Well, I guess that's the reason why I asked if they ever did any of this live or not, because like the personnel for the album was just Abath and Horg. So Abath was credited for the vocals, guitar, the bass, and the synthesizer, and then Horg was on drums, and then Demon as this, just contributed the lyrics. But like, there's no way I don't know. I mean, obviously they might have had somebody play bass live for them. I just don't know who that is at this time. So, okay, yeah. I mean, I wish there was some video footage out there of some. I mean, I've heard like Solar Fall. Like from a little bit later on, like I'm sorry, I've seen videos.
Yeah, they played
on YouTube,
that one for a while.
Yeah, of Solar Fall, but nothing else from that album. So
yeah, that is odd.
Yeah,
it's impressive. I don't know, man. It's wild to hear the difference, and it's cool though. Like they're both. How do you have one band? You have two guys who are such amazing riff writers. I mean, that should be said too. Like they're different style. Like it's not like Demonize where it's like throwing 10 riffs in there and it's like swirling around. It's like take this one riff and take as much out of it as you can. You know what I mean? Like he can just play that simple stuff, but like it's hard to do that. Like to come up with something so simple but effective.
This album for sure, but like Abath has got such a weird style. And this might sound weird, but the only other person I can think of is like Darren Miller from CKY. They have their own like thing, and like it's so hard to replicate it too. Like when you're trying to play these riffs, you can never play it like Abath can never play it. Like you just can't. Like
it's a great point.
He's got his own thing, but it's just like you can really tell on this like just the way he slides out of chords and like
dude, yes, it's like his attack to it and the way he just like he jumps around in such a weird way that it's him immediately. But and you try to do it and it's like no, it really doesn't ever sound right.
No,
that's a great
sounds stupid even trying.
Yeah, dude, amazing. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, I mean, for me, it's a perfect album. There's not a lot of them out there, but it's a definitely perfect 10 out of 10.
Yep. It's fucked up for a band to have 3 10 out of 10 albums. Hey.
All right,
moving along though. So we got 2000s Damned in Black.
Number 5 for me.
Okay.
Number 4.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, number 7 for me.
Usually it's another one that ends up for people at the end.
I mean, I love it. I hated to have to put it at 7. It's just... I don't know. I mean, again, so I feel like we are into a different era of Immortal now. That the sound is definitely different. Somebody's a little bit more heavier on the booze, and we're having a good ass fucking time. So I'm the one on the booze. I'm sorry, but yeah, you can just definitely hear there's a difference in the sound now. So nothing wrong with it. More thrashy, they say. I don't know. Like I said, it's not that I don't like it. I love it. It's just when I have to rank it before some of the other shit, it's just lower for me. So,
it was a sleeper for me. I never listened to this album, and then listening for this, and like, it's that first riff with that production. It just hooks you in right from the start, and like, oh yeah, I loved every second of this album.
Dude, I wrote down sleeper.
Yeah.
I never liked it back in the day.
I never listened to it, but yeah.
I mean, I would throw it on sometimes, and I just like, you know what it is? Like the production's kind of weird, I think. Even still, I mean, I love it. It's just, I mean, you go if you go from At the Heart and then you put this on, it just has like a more...
Is there something wrong with my ears? Because I don't hear any of these production issues you guys talk about.
No, I think this is like one of the best sounding records.
Yeah, like I was just gonna say, this sounds so fucking especially
it's obviously
too for
like Abyss Studio production. You could tell, but like, dude, it's just like the guitar sounds so badass on this.
Yeah, like I feel like they cut you because of how good everything sounds. Like Abath cuts through. Like I can hear the drums pounding in the background. The bass is who gives a fuck, but like everything else is there and it's solid.
To me, there's something about it though. I don't know.
Dude,
if it's
I think
drier.
Do you need to get new headphones? What are you listening to it on?
Oh man,
like,
I'm not saying
you
it.
got a bad version.
Yeah, you got a bad version.
A little more.
You downloaded it in like 96K or something.
Dude, I'm almost like, I don't even know if I want to say this on the air.
What?
I might like the production of this better than I like the At the Heart of Winter.
Well, I was gonna just say that I feel like it sounds better than At the Heart of Winter, and I was gonna that was literally gonna be the next word that came out of my mouth. Was I feel like this was a natural progression for some odd reason in the sound. This one does sound the best with respect to being able to hear everything, but I still don't hear. Yeah, I don't know. None of them sound bad to me though at all.
It does extremes really good. It's raw, but it's clean sounding.
Yeah.
It's like grim, but it's like really like tight. Like it just encapsulates like the sound. Like I'm going right off of sound. Like the sound of this is just amazing to me. Just got so many different qualities to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the riffs and the songs are amazing. The production at first is what something about it used to throw me in the straight ahead thrash approach when I first listened to it. It just, you get used to At the Heart of Winter, you go to this and it's like you go from something cinematic and like kind of progressive in a way, and then you go to this where it's like no frills, just straight riffs flying at you. Like it just feels like at first it felt rushed, like they just kind of, it's a year after At the Heart of Winter, like boom, let's go in there, let's record this, let's throw these riffs at but then coming back to it, I appreciated it so much more. I mean, it had so much replay value. I mean, I would go to bed and I'd be like hearing songs like, God, what's the song?
Damned in Black.
Which one?
Damned in Black.
Oh, well, yes. Yes, for sure. But Wrath from Above, it's got this cool melodic riff in it. And like, I mean, people, I don't know. People don't like this one, but man, there's some riffs.
Because I feel like people don't like it because they were expecting an At the Heart of Winter 2. And I feel like, a bat sat down, he drank a sixer and was like, we're not doing that again. Like, that's not who we are. Like, it was during that time who we are, but that's not anything that we're going to keep doing album after album after album. So I feel like went back to more of, I mean, obviously it's a lot thrashier, but they took the black metal speed that they had in, Battles and Pure, Holocaust, and decided to mix it with thrash elements. Yeah, with the heavy metal riffs. And this is what we got. We got Damned in Black. So, I mean, I hate ranking it where I had to rank it, but we have 9 albums.
Would you put 7?
7, yeah.
Yeah,
but like I listen to it now. I mean, I don't dislike it by any means. It's just it had to go somewhere. But like Jason said, like I'd go to bed and this is the song, and I guess maybe that's why I had to rank it. It's so catchy. There's so much shit that just gets stuck in my head. Like the little riffs and the little things that a bat does with his vocal patterns, and I'm just like sitting there thinking, Damned in Black, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? I need to go to bed now. So it's just repeating. But yeah, it is a little bit of, I don't want to say a simpler album, but out of the discography, it's not like that fucked. It's just fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The cover always, like, it's so bad on this one. Yeah. I think that's part of it. Like, you hate to think about that, but something about it does kind of...
I don't hate it that much.
It's just so fucked.
I don't hate
it. It's almost like it's just like you put Immortal on a cover, though. It's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not the worst.
It's obviously Horg's fault for looking like he's laughing. Everybody else, Horg ruined it.
It's my least favorite cover.
Oh, really?
I'll say that. Okay. Yeah, out of all of them. Well,
or no, well, yeah, it looks. I don't.
8 or 9.
It's my least favorite. No, it's not my least favorite. It's definitely not my least favorite. I'm sorry.
I think more people should listen to it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Like, why do you think it is neglected? Like, I have one thought, but is it because, like you said,
because it's smashed between At the Heart of Winter and the album that we're about to talk to or talk about next?
That's
so
what I think.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to be like, do At the Heart of Winter again.
Yeah.
You're going to have those people that are like looking. For that,
of course, and yep. So because it came out after that, it's So and then I feel like people had an album off, and then that's why we like what we're about to talk about so much. I think some people do.
It's a good time to bring it up. I guess that's a good thing about Immortal. Like, you're never going to get the same album. So if you're going into it like that, like you're going to have a bad time because you're looking for something Okay, it happened before, but it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Good point. All right. The Sons of Northern Darkness. This is a big one.
Yeah, a huge one.
Where does it rank? Start there. 5?
5, okay. It's 666 for me.
This one actually landed at 3 for me.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. This was the hardest one for me to rank because you listen to it and, you go through those first 3, especially the first, even the first 4 tracks. And I'm just like, God damn. I mean, this thing hits. I mean, one by one of their best songs, I think. Sons of Northern, Tyrants, it just, that mid-pace, so heavy. They've never done anything heavier than that. And then, the fourth one, Demoniac, or whatever the hell it's called. And then the problem for me is for the longest time, I would get to the middle track.
Within the Dark Mind, and you would turn it off?
It's like 7 minutes, and it's like that mid-paced. I don't know. It would start to lose me. Like, I wanted the speed. I wanted the...
Dude,
I don't know.
That's another one that I just put on, and I'd literally just fucking haul ass to work.
Really?
And it was when I'd be working.
Wait, that
like
track or that album?
That track, because so this is gonna sound fucking stupid, but I would love listening to that, and then just like weaving in and out of cars on the expressway to just like going fast and then just like merging in and out of the lane. Like, I don't know, because it's just so serene when you're listening to it, and it's just so chill. I don't know. I love this fucking song so much. So I guess it's weird because you have that, and then it kind of breaks down into like what you would expect for that album, and then goes back into something that you would expect to hear on like At the Heart of Winter.
Well, that's what I get stoked once it comes back to In My Kingdom Cold.
Well, exactly, yeah. And then it goes,
Antarctica, and then the last track, Northern Waves, or whatever it's called. I mean, the last few, perfect. I love all that. But for some reason, I can't tell you how many times I've turned this album off at that track. I'm just like, all right, I'm good. I had the first 4. But but overall, I'm like, you know what, though? When I'm in the right mood and I can get through that middle track, then I'm good. I had to put it at 3 just because the strength of everything around it. Like, and it's not a bad track. I'm just saying it's 7 minutes, and it just sometimes it loses me. I don't know.
That's just so weird because that's like one of my favorite songs on that album. So for you to have to like skip it, like I can't. Like, I honestly, I'd rather skip like fucking Tyrants. I get kind of tired of, and then I just end up going, okay, fuck it. So
what the hell? Why are you guys fucking skipping Immortal tracks? Like, what the fuck's going on here?
I don't know. I'm just saying, when you've listened to them, to them this much, it's just like at this point, I want to listen to what I want to listen to. So.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it's not a firm 3. You know what I mean? Like, it hovers from 3 to 5.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But overall, it's such a good album, though. Like, objectively speaking,
good and probably their heaviest.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree.
It's heavy.
So it's got that. Like, it's gonna pull some fans in just for that.
A lot darker than At the Heart. Because a lot of people, it seems like this is a favorite.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, it's one of the more popular albums.
That. I don't see that, but it's good. It's definitely good.
I don't see it. I'm just saying I get the gist that with the community, it's At the Heart, Sons of Northern Darkness.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't. Yeah, and I know that this is review or highly acclaimed in the reviews. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they felt like they knew that they were about to break up, so they kind of just did a fucking, they threw what they had left into this. But yeah, after this album, we kind of had a little bit of a hiatus until 2009. And then All Shall Fall came out. So.
Yep.
Fucking weird one.
Yeah, So, we have a dedicated bassist for the first time. Somebody who actually, I believe, I don't know if they contributed to writing on the bass, but there was a lot more people involved in this album than I feel like had been involved in previous Immortal albums.
Oh, the bassist, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did he write? Probably just followed along with the riffs, right?
You're probably right, but you're right, but okay, rank.
This is number 9.
I got an 8.
I have it at 8 too. Okay.
It's not bad,
It's. I mean,
but
I could see how this one could be a real like guilty pleasure sometimes. You know,
I don't
sometimes
know.
I put it on. I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking good. Like maybe it could creep up, but then at the end of the day, like, is it gonna creep up? Probably not.
I mean, there's songs on the album that are fucking amazing, but I agree with you. It's like this from start to finish. I don't know that I really enjoy it.
All in all,
much.
this is the weakest. This should probably be my number 9.
it just feels like it doesn't have like every album has something. Like you said, like the last one was heavy. You know, it's very heavy, built for a live stage. Like you think about it, you go see them live. Like a lot of those songs from Sons of Northern, like you want to hear those. Same with At the Heart. This one, not so much. Like it feels like
Well, we've heard it before.
Exactly.
There's
You've
nothing,
heard it all before.
It's the first time Immortal broke from the motif of doing something completely new in an album, and these were just songs that and I mean, it's the reason why I like some of them and don't like some of them. Like Mountain North is a good song, Northern on Fire, but like, like I don't. But aside from, I mean, Arctic Swarm is okay, but it's not an album that I go back and listen to. I mean, when we did so. And probably only listened to it maybe 2-3 times because of this.
Same here.
Yeah. So aside from that, it was a hard listen for me,
will
start
say,
to
though,
finish.
Some of the riffs on this are really fucking good.
There's some good
There's
riffs.
some bangers.
Yeah, there is.
Album as a whole, though, that's what we're talking about.
I mean, I love the title track, the first one, All Shall Fall. I mean, yeah, great. I mean, I think that's a great song. The video's funny. I mean, it just feels soft after the other ones. There's no edge to it.
I guess so. So, question to you boys, and I know I'm throwing something out there that is a little not necessarily off topic because it handles a lot of the same, people here. But I mean, do we feel like this just sounds like an album, Between Two Worlds? Like, I mean, that came out in 2006, and this comes out in 2009. I feel
still
like
have not listened to that album, so I can't comment.
Would you say you've never listened to it?
No, I have not.
really how
Yeah,
you've never listened to it.
Really?
No, and I wanted to. Like during this was the perfect time.
I honestly just feel like, I mean, that you could have probably. I know it's not an Immortal album, but it is an Immortal album. I feel like you could. I mean, you got fucking A Bath and Demonaz there. I don't know. What else is Immortal if not those two? Yeah, Stan, you need to listen to it. But I feel like if you wanted to, do a fucked discography, it would be Sons of Northern Darkness, Between Two Worlds, and then All Shall Fall, and it makes sense. Then you get that progression of that sound, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is just what they're doing now. So
yeah, I think there's some of that. I think he probably had some leftover riffs or something, or
that's
he was
what I'm trying to say.
in that vibe.
There was something where they were like, okay, let's do this, and then they were already in that vibe. So I don't know. So
I could see that, but yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I mean, it's good. You listen to it, and it's almost more like a vibe album too. Like it doesn't have the stuff that hits you over the head, but if you do just put it on, let it kind of wash over you. It's kind of has that dark, more Viking, it's cool, but it's just like, man, we had to wait like, what was it, 7 years or something like that for that? Like,
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree.
It makes what we get next that much more like vital and.
Yeah, I guess I don't know that I agree with you, but let's go ahead and talk about it next.
Okay.
So we get 2018. We waited a long, long, long fucking time. All Shall Fall was 2009, so we're talking about 11 years. Or no, 10 years. Well, I can't do math. That's not my strong subject. But we get Northern Chaos Gods. So Abath is no longer a part of the band. It's the Demonaz. I think he retained the Horg on drums.
Yep.
And then I don't know who he decided to bring in.
It was Peter Tagtron who produced it, did the bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Peter did bass. Yeah, there's some mastering there with some other fucking Swedes, I'm assuming.
This was number 4 for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Stan?
I put it right after Sons of Northern Darkness. I was battling out though with Damned in Black. I was like, sometimes yeah, sometimes I don't know,
Yeah,
but it's strong.
I think me and Stan.
666 for me,
Oh.
just because I'm really still neglecting this album. This album, it will rise over time, but like I just haven't given it enough chance. I slept on it when it came out.
Really?
Yeah, and I kind of slept on it this time around too, and I didn't get a lot of listens.
I wanted to listen to it a bunch because it was such a thing where it's like, man, when it came out, it's like, what's Demonize gonna do? Like, how's this gonna sound? No Bath vocals, like,
But
and then I didn't expect a lot. So when you hear it, I was like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I was kind of wondering, like, is once that wears off and you're like, okay, he did it. He came back, made the comeback. Does it hold up? And it's like, yeah. Fucking holds up.
Absolutely, it's gonna hold up.
I don't know that I agree with you guys. So it was.
I don't get it. You're the one who likes the old shit. What are you
So it was.
talking about?
And you
it
loved
was,
it when it came out too, didn't you?
Yeah, so I liked it when it came out. I ranked it 9th.
This guy.
And I don't know. So me personally, I feel like it shouldn't be called Immortal.
Why?
I feel like he should have just went with his own shit. To me, it doesn't sound like Immortal.
No. I think this is like the best of all Immortal.
I don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah, it's
He
like
took a little bit. And
Doesn't
even,
have
like,
any of the speed isn't there anymore. I argue the
you listen to
lyrics
the same
are.
album.
what kind of headphones you got, guy? What do you-
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. There's no. I'm gonna do the measurements. I don't think there's any song on here that's as fast as what's on Battles or fucking.
Oh no!
Wow.
You're
Pure.
never gonna.
But
Well,
but the title track. You know what? It was kind of funny. I listened to this, or no, I was listening to something. It was Battles in the North, or I don't know. The title track from Battles in the North was playing, and Northern Chaos Gods, the title track from that was playing, or like one came right after the other, and like it's pretty similar. Which leads me to the drawback of this, which is it like what Stan was saying. It's kind of like a greatest hits of everything, and especially the first 4. Like the riffs are very similar of that song to Battles in the North. It's like he kind of took the same thing. I mean, it's not exact. It's enough to keep it different enough, but like, you know, uses a lot of the same ideas. And that's my only drawback is like, it's fine for now because like, what are you going to do? You haven't been there for how many albums? You want to just show everybody like, I can do this sound and I can do it really well. So yeah, give us what we want. I do want to see like, what will he do next? Because I kind of want... Don't use the same words for every goddamn song. Maybe
I know.
Don't do the revamped songs like the last track, the first track. You know, he did do a little bit of that. I'm not going to complain that much because it's awesome, so I don't care. But for the next one,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But my point was the speed on the first track, dude. It's fucking almost
It's there. I guess another
Battles.
gripe too. I don't like his vocal presentation. I'm sorry, Demonaz. I mean, I'm used to hearing, a Bath's more gargled bullshit, and this was just more of like, I don't want to say a forced scream, but I don't know. It just a little airy at times. The more I listened to it, the less I liked it. So
I just think it's a fun album. It's just
it is a
fun.
fun
It's
album.
like-
It's fun. I can listen to it. I just in the scheme of the discography, it's not one that I would.
Dude, I will say
Put on.
the heavy parts on this album are fucking heavy. There's some parts on here you're like, holy
mid-paced.
fucking shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. It's a good sounding album. It is heavy. It's just I don't. I
This
feel
could
like,
have been a really bad album, and it was really good to me. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we're
I'll
supposed to get another one this year.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait. I mean, I'll side with you, dude. I do miss Beth vocals. I mean, he does a great job, but he doesn't have the charisma. Just the random
It's just-
sounds,
well,
the way he
so-
attacks the vocals.
So
it's not the
Jason,
same, but
it's just I argue that every song sounds the same. I hate saying that, but in Northern Chaos Gods, it's just literally change like everything blends together. I don't know.
the
is
middle of
album
it
over
does a little
yet?
bit. I'll give you
don't know.
that.
I don't know. I feel like it all just blends together, and I feel like it's part
Dude,
of
Grim
the
and
vocal.
Dark, that sing-along part, I mean, come on. The last track, Mighty Raven Dark, granted, it's basically a reworking of,
Yeah.
with the one from Battles in the North. I mean,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
it's
like
epic.
I
It's
said,
9 minutes. I don't know,
It's
dude.
not
I think
bad.
the
It's
middle
just you're
a
gonna
little bit.
compare. It's just you're telling me you're gonna compare it to like fucking Battles. Come on,
Well,
you're gonna compare
no,
it.
number 2, but
It's just that's why it's number 8. So I mean, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know. War Against All is supposed to
tough.
come out this year. We'll see if the sound continues or if he decides to do something different. So.
Yeah, I hope he does. He's got to do. I want a little more speed because, like, you heard that first track.
Yeah.
Like that was the teaser of the album. We got that first. That was the single, and I was hoping that was going to do that through the whole thing, or at least more. And it does slow down after that, right? I mean, Into Battle Ride is sick. It's epic. It's great. Grim and Dark, great. But it does slow down, like Shawty's saying. Like it runs together a little bit. And so, like, I hope he's not afraid to throw in that speed a little more, just a little bit. If not, this is fine. You can just do this, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'll listen to it. I won't not listen to it, but
I just miss this like epic battle, more Bathory vibe that
Yeah.
Especially after all shall fall. So.
I mean, are we talking about? Do we want to talk about Horg's exit and the?
Yeah, what is going on?
Him and Demonaz are added in court where I guess one is trying to register patents for the name Immortal, and then Horg is Demonaz I guess tried to say that it was solely his band, and Horg was like, "This is fucked. It's like not, it's our band." So like I don't know.
I think Horg was like, "Hey, I'm making money off this." And you're going to put it in just your name. I mean, I kind of get it, like. So. It's a weird move.
Yeah, but now Horg's no longer a part of it. So now it's really just. So again, why stop with the Immortal name? Like it's clearly just a way to sell more albums. If you did it on another name, would anybody even care? Like I'm not trying to be an asshole to Demonaz or anything, but he's definitely milking the sales, releasing it under the Immortal name. So.
True, but hey, this guy had tendinitis and had to sit there and watch for how many years? Let him have it for a minute.
Yeah, and he's been there since day one,
Yeah, he wasn't even playing anything, and he was on the fucking albums.
But I argue, I mean, he was managing it. He was writing those lyrics, which
there.
For a lot of bands, lyrics don't matter that much. But I think for Immortal, I think they do. I think it adds this whole thing.
Yeah.
I think if you would have not had him there, it would not have been the same. And I know what Shawty's saying. Like, he is milking it for the money, 100%. But at the same time,
just sad,
let him have it.
He can have it. He can have it. Whatever. He can.
I think Abath was running out of ideas. I think we were going to get a lot of that same kind of stuff.
Oh no, it was gonna. You're exactly right. All we were gonna get was what we're getting now. And like to be completely honest with you, Abath's first solo album was okay. I listened to some of it, but it was I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't strong from start to finish. A lot of it started blending a little bit towards the middle as well. The second one didn't even listen to it. Yeah, didn't even listen. I mean,
Whoa.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know there's.
I didn't. Yeah, see, I mean, it's just like so. I get what's going on, but again, he's doing that under his own name, though. He's not diminishing the Immortal name.
Well, Demonaz is not diminishing the Immortal name.
I know he's not. I'm just saying, though. At a certain point, it might come to that. So we need to switch over before.
What
that
if
happens.
I have heard this also though? Like, Abath has been. He said he's open to a reunion.
Oh, I heard that too.
Yes.
So I'd be down. Yes, then go ahead. Bring Horg back. Do it.
Horg had said like, he'd like to see the band play live again. He'd like to just put stuff behind him. I don't know if Demonaz would be able to let go of the reins and if they could. I mean, what would that be like? Put them together? I mean, that could be cool, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't think it's likely, but I mean,
I just don't think at this point they shouldn't be. I mean, are they going to write again, or would it just be a live? Like, just go do live shit at this. I don't know what they can do as a band to write anything else that's going to be any different than what they've done before. But okay,
sure they could.
Okay, well, okay. I guess.
Okay, I guess damn near put out 9 albums that are all completely different and awesome. I'm sure they can do a 10th.
I guess I would just rather see them devote their efforts to practicing Battles in the North from start to finish and being able to play that on a tour circuit. So year 1 we do Battles in the North. Year 2 we do Holocaust. Year 3 we do fucking At the Heart. That's what I want to see. I want to see the fucking shit.
Start a GoFundMe, man. We got to make this happen.
I don't need to. Why do I need to start a GoFundMe?
Send them money. Do this. Money talks.
Yeah,
I'll pay so much for that.
I mean, how awesome would that be?
We're talking about the cheapest motherfucker.
Right? Yep. Well, fucking great band. I mean, this is probably one of. I mean, talk about favorite extreme metal bands. This is in the top 5 for me. I mean, you got Death, you got Immortal.
Yeah. Like
I love these discographies because obviously Immortal. Everyone knows Immortal. We know, but have I listened to every one of the albums? No, but now I was forced to, and now I got an opinion on all of them, and I love doing these.
If you had to give someone new to Immortal 3 albums right now,
Battles in the North, At the Heart of Winter,
Pure Holocaust.
I think so. Yep, that's it. Because you get all 3 eras, right?
Yep.
Kind of the best of each time.
But I guess you don't though, because we leave out all the thrash at the end.
Well, you get At the Heart. It's got the thrash in there.
I guess you get a little bit. I mean, I guess my question to them would be:
you can almost argue, yes, take out Pure Holocaust and Sons of Northern Darkness.
No,
yes,
you can't do that. You can't do that.
Well, my argument to you would be: do you want them? Well, what are their ears like? Do we want to scare them?
Well, I just mean like expose them though. You want to hear what Immortal's like? I think what you said is like.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
And then you can be like, oh, I liked that one. I'm gonna go that way, or
that one, I'm gonna go that way. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun. I didn't get sick of this listening to any of these.
No,
like I've listened to them a lot, and
sucks now it's over.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like ready for an episode to be done so I can listen to something else.
Yeah, not this one.
No.
I mean, boys, I listened. I mean, I love it. So it doesn't end for this guy. So
no.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys would rank. If it's on YouTube, put it in the comments. If it's not, send it somewhere.
Yeah, please. Let us know what you thought about our face paint too. Did we do a good job? Do you like the fucking video here? Should we keep doing the videos?
There's a lot of work.
Yeah,
our wives helping us, and
it's a lot of embarrassment. I mean, my wife gave me a lot of shit for this.
I was just telling him I called my daughter just before because I wanted to show her my face paint, and I had to talk to my dad looking like this.
See, I wasn't embarrassed at all. I was just like, honey, come do this shit. I need the black here and make me look like the dude on the phone.
To your wife, but talking to my dad.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You dressing up as Kiss or?
I just tell them yes. Be like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, they understand that, right?
Yeah, they understand that.
Yeah. Let us know. I mean, like I said, I don't know. We got a few videos. I got a couple of interviews that are up there on video form. What was the last one we just did? Oh, Carl fucking Willits from Bolt Thrower.
Yep.
There's another one coming out, that band from Majesties, or it might be out actually, probably by the time this comes out. But if you want us to do more like this, let us know also. Otherwise, go find us on the podcast feeds, wherever the hell you want to look for that shit. But
yes, please.
Until then, I think this has been another episode of Into the Combine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Stan the Man.
I'm Evil J.
Org.
And I'm Shoddy, a.k.a. Beth. You guys stay fucking metal.